Hello. The last time I showed you my beetroot, they looked like this. This is what my beetroot look like now. These are my beetroot. 7 in the bucket, 7 in the bag, all looking reasonably healthy. I think on that screenshot you've just looked at, there may have been just the 2 seed leaves, but there are now 2 proper leaves. Hope you can see that. They're the proper leaves, they're the seed leaves. So we're happy with these so far, we're happy with the beetroot so far. The last time I showed you my carrots, they looked like this. This is what my carrots look like now. These are my carrots, and we're definitely not happy with the carrots. There's nothing to see. I did get some germination in the bag, and I have a feeling some of those tops were taken by slugs. I've sorted the slugs out now, but we've had nothing but frosty nights, frosty mornings for well over a week. When these seeds were just brought into the greenhouse, there was no way I could keep buckets and bags indoors, so they had to come out. And as a consequence, no carrots. But hey, not to worry. What I've actually done, you can't see that just looking at this, but I've actually oversown the bucket and the bag. I put the 37 hole template back on, I think it was 37, and re-sowed seeds. So perhaps the next time you get a look at these, there will be some carrots to look at. But hey, if we have failures, we've got to show them. We can't just show successes. We can't just show successes. If we have a failure, got to show them. Got to say why we think we've failed and what we're doing about it. Why have we failed? Slugs and frost. What are we doing about it? We've sown some more seeds. Hey, there's 2,000 seeds in a packet of seeds. Come on, there's plenty. Right, what's up next? Oh, let's have a look. The last time I showed you my garlic, this is what my garlic looked like. This is what my garlic looks like now. This is one of the few vegetables I've got outdoors at the moment. It's lovely and sunny today, and I think with some warm weather forecast, so we don't want these in the greenhouse. In fact, we don't want some of these potatoes in the greenhouse. They need to go out because it won't be long till I'm putting tomatoes in here. But I just want to make sure that the last of that frost has gone and we're actually going to start and kick off into some decent weather. But in terms of which is best, buckets or bags, looks even Stevens to me so far. The last time I showed you my onions, this is what my onions look like. This is what my onions look like now. Well, this looks like another disaster, doesn't it? I'm not too happy with these. We might give them another week or two, see if they kick on. This mix looks quite dry, but it isn't. I give these a little drink every day, so it's not lack of water, and they're certainly not being overwatered. These have never been out of the greenhouse yet. Maybe that's an issue with these, I don't know. But hey, the saving grace is I've got lots of onions to go at. So if these don't make it, they'll come out. I'll put some more onions in. That's what we'll do. So we're not too happy with the onions just at the moment. The last time I showed you my parsnips, this is what they looked like. This is what my parsnips look like now. Like the onions, I think we may have another disaster on our hands with these parsnips. 4 sown, 1, 2, 3, 4. That one might make it. These two are past saving, and that one's just hanging on by the skin of its teeth. And if we look in here, that one, it's gone. I think that one's gone, and those two are just hanging on. So again, like the onions, I've actually got some parsnip seeds indoors, pre-germinating them. If these don't make it, they'll be replaced by 4 germinated seeds, and we'll go with that. Again, I think the frost has a big part to play in these seeds not being able to survive in the greenhouse just at this time of year, because it's too cold, basically, too cold. Before we move on to the potatoes, let me show you these. These are some carrots I've managed to get away. Now, I've only put these in these bags recently, and I sowed these seeds individually in modules, very small modules, and then transplanted them into here. And I hope you can see, but that's a true leaf coming. The small leaves are the seed leaves, but that's a true leaf coming. There's a couple of true leaves starting on these carrots. There's only 12 in each, 12 in the bucket, 12 in the bag. But they are looking healthy, and hopefully we'll get these across the finish line. And hopefully the other buckets that should have carrots in, we'll get them going as well as the weather warms up. The last time I showed you my potatoes celendine, this is what they looked like. This is what the potato celendine looks like now. Wow, this is potato celendine. Crikey, this thing is well over a foot tall in the bag. Well over a foot tall and looks really healthy. The buckets are no show. So this is a one-horse race so far, isn't it? However, we don't eat the tops, we eat what's on the bottom. I've had a scratch round in this particular bucket. I have found the seed potato and I can see that it cheats trying to make the way to the surface. So this race isn't over by any means. We haven't got a result yet. We've only got a result when I empty this bucket and empty that bag in a few months' time. But hey, you'd have to say this celendine in the bag looks miles ahead. Miles ahead. The last time I showed you my potatoes picalo star, this is what they look like. This is what picalo star looks like today. Here we go, picalo star. Picalo star in the bag, picalo star in the bucket. Bucket looks to have the lead between these two, doesn't it? Potato in the bucket looks further on than the potato in the bag. We'll find out in a few months' time, won't we, when we take them both? Yes, we will. Stick with it. The last time I showed you my potatoes jazzy, this is what jazzy looked like. This is what potato jazzy looks like today. This is jazzy. Jazzy in the bag is head and shoulders above jazzy in the bucket. But there's no foregone conclusions here. There definitely isn't. A couple of months more in these bags and buckets and then we'll have a result, won't we? Yes, we will. Okay, so that's jazzy and we're happy with all the potatoes, I must say. The frost hasn't bothered them in the greenhouse, not like the carrots and the parsnips, which were started from seed, and the onions, which were started from seed. These were actually potato plants that I put in these bags and buckets. If you watch the original video, you'd see me doing that. So they already had roots and they already had shoots. They'd got a fast start, and as you can see, they're kicking on. The last time I showed you my shallots, this is what my shallots looked like. The shallots are standing outside now. They've been hardened off. 4 in each, 4 in the bucket, 4 in the bag. All these 4 have actually started to grow. Just the 3 have started to grow in the bucket, but I'm fairly confident that this one that hasn't actually burst into life yet will do. And yeah, they're looking healthy. We're quite happy with the shallots, the way they're going. The last time I showed you a potato growing in a shopping bag, this is what it looked like. This is what that potato looks like growing in the shopping bag today. Okay, so this is a bit of a bonus for this video. Which is best, buckets or bags, because this is a different experiment altogether. This is just growing potatoes in shopping bags. Now you saw what it looked like in that screenshot. Look at it now. This potato's coming on really well. We're really pleased with this. And yeah, in a month or two's time we'll be lifting this bag out. We'll be exposing that root ball. And if there's any potatoes that we want to take, we'll take. And if there's any potatoes we want to leave on the root ball, we'll leave it on, pop it straight back into this bucket. How's that? So that's your bonus, so to speak. And one more bonus. And there's a lot of interest in this, so I know you'll enjoy it. The last time I showed you a potato growing in tea bags, this is what it looked like. This is what that potato growing in tea bags looks like today. Okay, if you don't know what this is, where have you been for the last couple of weeks? Where have you been for the last couple of weeks? Tea bags. Potato growing in tea bags. I've got to say this looks really green and healthy. Perhaps that's because there's lots of nitrogen in the tea leaves, and the top of the plant is being fed more than the bottom of the plant. We won't know that. I've never done this before. We might get a huge top growth because of all this nitrogen and not much on the bottom, but I did put some bloodfish and bone in the mix just to try and balance it up a bit. But basically it's a potato grown in tea bags, and hey, so far, yep, we're definitely happy. Looking forward to getting a result. Whether we get potatoes or not, you will see the result if you stick with me. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed making it. I haven't enjoyed moving all those buckets and bags about, because there was quite a few in this video. But yeah, okay. So this is Homegrown Veg signing out.